The immune system comprises of organs, cells, and proteins in the body that are responsible for protection of the body against antigens. Antigens are foreign bodies or bacteria that try to invade our body, which can cause an infection in our body system and invariably make us sick. In a healthy body, the immune system, such as the white blood cell, the bone marrow, the spleen, the lymphatic system, fight against these antigens, preventing them from invading our body, as well as protection of the body cells. Interestingly, the immune system can attack a healthy cell in the body, which can result to a medical disorder known as autoimmune disorder or autoimmune disease. A good example of this condition is Graves' disease. In Graves' disease, the immune system attacks the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is a gland that is located below Adam's apple in the neck. This thyroid gland is part of the endocrine system, which alongside with the nervous system regulates metabolism of the body. Metabolism simply means the process by which the cells in our body breaks down food that we eat and converts them to energy for normal functioning of the body. Aside the thyroid gland being responsible for metabolic reaction of the body, the thyroid gland also regulates heart rate or heartbeat, as well as control of the muscles in the body. Now, when the thyroid gland is being attacked by the immune system, the thyroid gland reacts by producing excessive amounts of thyroid hormone like tyrosine, which will invariably result to an increment in metabolic reaction, thereby increasing food digestion or breakdown in the body, as well as conversion of this food into energy, where the tissues, cells, and muscles of the body start overworking. When this happens, the immune system perceive this action as overfunctioning of the tissue, cells, and muscles of the body, as if they are antigens or foreign bodies in the body, and this causes the immune system again to produce an autoimmune antibodies which react with antigens. And autoimmune antibodies are like antibodies that can react with antigens or foreign bodies that they create by themselves. Now, this invariably start to attack the muscles and tissues of the body as if they are foreign bodies or they are antigens. And when this happens, it can result to inflammation. Remember, inflammation is part of the body's immune defense mechanism. That is why sometimes when you have a cut, an injury, in the healing process, you will notice that that particular part of your body that is affected or that you have the injury starts to inflame. That inflammation is what helps healing process. So this is the same thing that the autoimmune antibodies cause to the muscles and cells of the body by sending an inflammatory response, which invariably causes the muscles to be weak. In a more severe case, the thyroid gland can get enlarged and protrude like a cyst on the neck, which is known as goiter. The major part or organ of the body that is mostly affected in this condition is the eyes, and this is what gave me the right as an eye doctor to discuss this condition. Graves' disease work hand in hand with thyroid eye disease or Graves' orbitopathy. Now, Graves' orbitopathy or thyroid eye disease is a condition which is associated with Graves' disease. That is why many a times this condition is mistaken to be due to Graves' disease. The reason why the eye is affected in Graves' disease is because the tissues of the eye and cells of the eye that are located in the eye socket. The eye socket is this whole part of your eye is called the eye socket. Then the eyeball is where it's situated. Now, in Graves' disease, because the tissues and cells in the eye socket or in the eyes has proteins that looks like thyroid gland. Now, since the thyroid gland of the body is being attacked by the immune system, this immune system also attacks the proteins in the eye as if they are antigens or foreign bodies in the eye, which results to inflammatory response by the immune system. Unfortunately, this inflammatory response by the immune system causes inflammation of tissues, cells, and muscles of the eye, especially the recti muscle. The recti muscles are the muscles of your eye that are responsible for elevating the eye or eyelid, looking down, looking right, and looking left. So this attack by the immune system in autoimmune disorder causes inflammation of these muscles. The immune system also sends white blood cells, and of course white blood cells is part of the immune system. This white blood cell, in the process of attacking these proteins, collects on the cells, tissues, and muscles of the eyes. This, alongside with the inflammation of the muscles and tissues at the back part of the eye, that's on the socket, pushes the eyeball forward, as well as dilation of the blood cells. That is why if you see a person with thyroid disease, the eye is usually affected, and this causes the eye to bulge out, leaving the person with a strange facial look or expression. Dilation of the veins in the eye increases blood flows in the eye, which causes the eye to be reddish. Aside being reddish, these patients usually experience symptoms like dry eye, blurry vision, pains, and exophthalmia, a condition where the eye bulges out, and subsequently lagophthalmos, that's inability to close the eye properly, especially when one is asleep. Aside this bulging of the eyes that is associated with Graves' disease, this condition is also associated with increased intraocular pressure. This is because of the inflammation of the muscles, tissues, and cells in the body around the eye, which invariably increases the pressure around the channels to the inflow and outflow of the aqueous humor. That's a fluid that is produced in the eye. This can result to increased intraocular pressure and invariably glaucoma. Aside this causing glaucoma, increased production of tyrosine also causes increment in the production of the aqueous humor. Now, for the aqueous humor to be at equilibrium or to be normal, the production and drainage is supposed to be at equilibrium. So whatever affects the production or the drainage can cause an increment in the pressure, which can result to glaucoma. In thyroid disease, there is usually an increase in the production of this aqueous humor more than drainage, which invariably leads to increased intraocular pressure and subsequently glaucoma, where the pressure is being fluctuated from 40 mm mercury to 50 mm mercury, as well as causing damages to the optic fibers as seen in other cases of glaucoma. However, it is important to note that both increase in production of tyrosine and underreactive tyrosine, that is when tyrosine is being produced in less quantity, can lead to health issues. When tyrosine is produced in less quantity or underreactive tyrosine, it can lead to depression, tiredness, weight gain, dry skin and hair, and muscle ache. This is to tell you why in thyroid disease, the major thing that is affected in the body is the muscle. For people with this kind of disease already, management entails the attention of an endocrinologist. These are doctors that are specialized in management of endocrine related disease or disorders. For the eyes, the role of an eye doctor is very, very crucial, because an eye doctor is required to help in management of symptoms such as dry eye, which is usually associated with gritty sensation or sandy sensation, and management of glaucoma and other symptoms that are associated with this kind of disease. Now, is this something you can do by yourself? The answer is no. You need the attention of a doctor. I believe this video has answered most of your questions, and you know what to do for me. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.